Keeping things rolling here on High Heat. A pleasure to bring in Joe Espada. He is the bench coach with the Houston Astros. Joe, thanks for giving us a few minutes. I wanted to ask about Dusty Baker earning his 2,000th managerial win. I think he's a no doubt Hall of Famer. Just tell me what it was like being there with Dusty as he achieves this incredible milestone.
No doubt Hall of Famer. I agree with you 100%. Just being around him for the last 3 years, having the privilege just to watch him lead this team through some adversity, some really tough, challenging years, and his ability to adjust and ability to communicate, his perseverance and his grit and his toughness. It's been a pleasure being his bench coach for the last 3 seasons.
Yeah, and I think the key is that, like you said, I think he's definitely a player's coach, right? People love him. He's a good guy. But if he needs to get in the guy's face, he will too, right? Like, that's a really tough balancing for some managers. But Dusty can be old school and he can be new school, right?
Absolutely. He knows how to adjust. He knows how to roll with the punches. He's going to tell you the truth. He's going to tell you how he feels. And I think that's very important for, as a team to stay together. He knows how to unite people, and he does it with the truth. And that's how he's been successful all his entire career.
Let's talk about Jeremy Peña a little bit. 2 home runs, 5 RBI over his last 3 games. Both Jose Altuve and Francisco Lindor have called him a future superstar. What have you seen from this kid, Joe?
Man, his ability to come in here and nothing is facing him. He's calm, he's poised, he understands his role on the team. He allows people to help him. He knows to adjust to the level he is playing. He's been around this team for a couple of years now. We have brought him up in the postseason, so he knows what it takes to win. He's seen it, and the players embrace him as one of their own. And he's been great for us in his first month of the season.
How about Justin Verlander, too? I'm so glad to see JV is back. And I said, watch out, man. This guy's a horse. I don't care what his age is. He's going to come back refreshed and re-energized. 3-1, 1.93 ERA his first 5 starts. And perhaps even more impressive, he's thrown 6 or more innings each of his last 4 starts. Tell me about JV.
You know what? Another thing that goes unnoticed is what he's done with our young pitching. He has really taken like a mentoring role, really talking to them. And it's special to have him not only on the mound, but also what he's doing off the mound. He's a big piece of what we're trying to accomplish. He's our workhorse. He's our leader on the mound, and just happy to have him back healthy and winning some big games for us.
Yordan Alvarez, Joe, just missed a walk-off home run in the 9th inning last night, but spent a little too much time admiring it, ended up with a single. I'm sure he's a good guy. He knows not to make that same kind of mistake, but what do you and Dusty say to a guy in a situation like that?
You know what? He felt awful. He, as soon as it happened, he came over to Dusty and he said, "You know what? I screwed up." And that's accountability. And those are some of the qualities that Dusty asked for some of these players. And it starts with Dusty, and it trickles down to our players. And he felt awful. He came in and he apologized again after the game in the office. And it's something that he learned a lesson. And Alvarez plays harder than anyone on this team. We all thought in the dugout that ball was going to go. So, it looked awful, but I'm glad that we got the win, and Alvarez is going to be just fine.
How about Kyle Tucker at 432 his last 11 games, walk-off hit yesterday. I feel like he's so underrated on your team. Tell me about Tucker.
Very, very much underrated. You hit the nail right on the head. When you see Tucker just use the whole field, just like he did yesterday, beating that shift, those are the signs that he's coming. Those are the signs that he's about to get hot. We need him. He's a big part of our offense. So happy to see him using, his ability to use the whole field and getting big hit for us, because he's a big, big part of our team, and absolutely very underrated player. People don't know, how big he is for this offense, how good of a player he is, future All-Star for years to come.
Jose Altuve obviously has been an all-star for many years right now. Got off to a bit of a slow start, but he's homered a couple times now. 3 home runs, I think, the last 2 games. Homered yesterday's game. What do you see from Altuve that gives you confidence he'll be back?
He just got back from the injury, his hamstring. So it's going to take him a few games to get back from the roll of things. But one thing about Jose is he's tough. He knows that it's going to happen. For him, the key for him is always, I got to swing his strikes. I got to stay in the zone. I got to stay aggressive. and not try to do too much. And he has done that the last couple of games. So this is a matter of time, when he gets hot here.
No question about it. And the bullpen, by the way, has been excellent. Last 6 games, Astros bullpen 1.20 ERA, so hopefully that keeps up. Joe Espada, the Houston Astros bench coach, really appreciate the insights on Dusty, and have a fantastic season the rest of the way, Joe.
All right, man. Thank you. Thank you for having me.